right, Shane Morand here, everyone. Welcome to this first 500 weekly webinar series. Welcome to the call as people are joining us here. We're fired up and excited. Hope everything's okay on your side from all over the world. So this is the first 500 webinar series, and more importantly, I want to welcome the whole Kinesis global family. Welcome. And wherever you're calling in from all over the world. If you and I haven't met before, allow me to just quickly introduce myself just before we get started here. My name is Shane Morand, and in 2008, I co-founded a global marketing concept and helped take a company, a startup company really, from zero to over 1 billion in combined sales within a 5-year period. And we had a positive impact on more than 2.2 million families in 55 countries around the world. And, you know, from day one, back in 2008, I've always wanted to find a way to pay or reward distributors, affiliates, employees, suppliers in physical gold and physical silver. But of course, back in 2008, that just wasn't possible. But guess what? It is now thanks to Kinesis. And that's why so many people and so many companies and major, listen to this, major government organizations all over the world they're wanting to learn more about how the Kinesis monetary system can now be implemented for their personal benefit. You know, for the first time, this is the first time in history that this is now possible. Nothing like this has ever been done on the internet. Nothing like this has ever been done in this space. And so I'm fired up. I'm happy and grateful to be involved in this historical Kinesis monetary system. You know, Kinesis isn't just a monetary system, in my opinion. This is a movement. And the purpose of the 500, the first 500 weekly call really is to advance and to help advance your knowledge on this revolutionary monetary system based on physical gold, physical silver. And so just to be clear, to be very, very clear here, there's really 4 ways. Okay, there's 4 major ways to earn income or to earn a yield. The proper word is a yield. And number 1 is by holding gold. Number 2 is by minting or creating the digital currency that is attached to the gold. Number 3 is by owning a KVT. Okay, and number 4 is by referring. So the referral concept is only the 4th of 4 ways. It's not the only way to earn a yield. It's just one way. And so who would be interested in Kinesis? That would be the next logical question. Who would be interested in something like Kinesis? Well, here's the answer. It's pretty simple, and this is what I'm most excited about. Any person, any company, and any government organization who holds or sends or spends money, all right? That's it. That's who would be interested. So who do you know? Now, the CEO of ABX and Kinesis is Mr. Thomas Coughlin, and his entire Kinesis corporate team have put together this revolutionary monetary system. And for the first time in history, the average person, I'm talking about people who have never even thought about buying 1 gram of gold, who have never even thought about buying 1 ounce of silver, can now position themselves. They can position their families in front of this massive movement that is quickly changing the way people use and the way people think about money. So every week we'll be updating you on the following topics. For example, sales and marketing, giving you a little bit of an update there. Some housekeeping and some troubleshooting for everyone, because everybody is new to this system. Everybody is new. Even I am new to this system. So we're going to tweak and just kind of give you some tips. And this is where you come. So whether you're watching live right now on Monday or you're watching a replay, this information will be beneficial to you. And we'll be doing some recognition of the top referrers every week, not by name, but ID number. So you want to know your ID number. And we'll have a special guest every week. And then finally, we'll end up with a Q&A. So as we go through this webinar, this first webinar, make a list of your most urgent questions. And I would categorize them into the 4 parts, you know, holding gold or silver, minting, KVTs, and refers. Okay, so in those 4 categories. And at the end of the webinar, we're going to take maybe the top 5. We'll get all of them answered, but we'll take maybe the top 5 questions and answer them live on this call. Hope that makes sense. So you get some real-time answers every week that are most important to our live listeners here. And but all the questions are going to be reviewed by the team inside, the corporate team, and we'll continually, bring you updates. So fasten your seatbelts. Let's get started. And today, yes, it's true. It's not a rumor, but we've got a very awesome special guest speaker. We're not going to bring him on now, but I just want to tell you, I'm fired up. And I'm excited to have the privilege of having, yes, the one and only Andrew Maguire. He is on his way. He will be joining the webinar shortly, so fasten your seatbelt. And if you want to zap out by text and let people know, send them the link to let them know to join, because Andrew will be here live. It's true. In terms of sales, the numbers are absolutely incredible in terms of the new users coming onto the system. In our first 2 weeks after launch, it was around October 16th, so now we're about a month into it. In the first 2 weeks, over 10,000 new users came onto the system, all right? So that's amazing, but we need to bring some information to you to make sure that the onboarding process is just smooth and just gets smoother and smoother. So once I give you this information, it's going to make it easier for everyone. There's amazing things happening this month. As you may or may not know, the Indonesian Postal Service, which is the third or fourth largest postal service in the world, all right, is coming on live and using the Kinesis monetary system. Did you know they have 58,500? So 58,500 locations just in Indonesia. And that's just the first major government organization that has linked up. Why? It's gold, it's silver. It's not air, poof, or just create things out of thin air. Every single digital currency coin, whether it's KAU, which is gold, or KAG, is linked to a specific physical piece of real silver, real gold, 1-to-1. Okay, so that's pretty exciting, and that's why they're so excited. And that's coming on this month, okay? By the end of the month, you should see press releases and all that stuff, but I'm excited about that. Let me just take you through a few troubleshooting areas and some housekeeping to make sure you're really clear. So as you pass this information on to people that you know who are just joining the system, we've had, like I said, in the first 2 weeks alone, over 10,000 new members entering into the system, and that's wonderful. But here's the thing. The question is, like, how do you sign up? When you go to my.kinesis, .money, when you go to the site to sign up, it's really a two-step sign-up process. It's not just sign up. A lot of people of the 10,000 now, probably racing towards 20,000 sign-ups. A lot of people thought that when they signed up and went into the exchange or got their wallet, that they're in. Yeah, you're in for your wallet, but you want to sign up and you want to create the first 500 account too, so you have access to this valuable video series and training that will help you advance your learning. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So let me try to take you through this. If you've got a KMS, or if you've got a wallet, okay, if you've got a wallet, access to the exchange, wonderful. Okay, that's awesome. You've got step one done. But step two is what a majority of the people are missing, because normally it's just a one-step process. But you go to my.kinesis.money and you hit the create account. Use your same email address and you just create the account, and automatically it's going to recognize you, and you'll have access to what's called a dashboard, and the webinars will be available there. You've got a referral link that you could copy and send out to people that you know, like, and trust. Anyone who holds, sends, or spends money at least occasionally. Any company that you know that holds, sends, or spends money. Any government organization that holds, you get the idea. All right, so it's a two-step process. Another question was that I did get just before we get into our special, introduce our special guest here, is what is a KVT and is it backed by gold, right? That's kind of interesting, because I had the same question way back when I first started learning. The KVT is basically a token. It is not backed by gold or silver. The KAU and the KAG is the KVT is what funded. The KVT is what funded the entire global project. Now, If you are outside of the US, no problem. If you're living resident in the US, you need to be an accredited investor. Okay, that's just the rules. That's how it works for now. But outside the US and every other country, you can just go ahead and you can purchase a KVT, but I'll get into that in a second. You can go onto the exchange in real time, and you kind of, I hope, I can't give you financial advice, but just knowing what's coming, you want to make sure that you position yourself. And I'll get into the KVTs in a second here. But the other question that came up a lot that I wanted to just kind of touch on is people are saying, well, how do I refer others? Like if I want to refer, everybody gets the referral link. You don't have to use it. Only if you know people or know companies or know government organizations that hold, send, or spend money. But you're not obligated to do anything. You're not obligated to send your link out, but you do have a link. And if you want to share this with other people, you want to share it with family members, you want to share it with anybody that holds, sends, or spends money, then you can do that just by logging into your dashboard, copy that link. It starts with my dot, okay, my dot, and then kinesis.money, and then you'll have a code, okay? So basically my dot. Now, if you see KMS dot, blah, 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 the rest of it, just change the KMS to MY, keep everything else the same, and you'll have your personal replicating site. Again, hope that makes sense. If that's not clear, don't worry. Every week, we'll keep on bringing you more and more up to date. So here is my question for you. If you're listening in on this call today, who do you know, right? Who do you know? What you want to do is you want to invite people that you know to your my.kinesis.money and your referral link. You want to invite them to your personal link, and you want to invite them to watch the 10-minute gold movie. Okay, on the main page, there's a 10-minute movie that really explains everything in 10 minutes. And then from that point, when they create an account or get started, that referral or that brand new person will be linked to you, not just for one time, but forever. Okay, forever. And as you know, as the referral yield, which is the fourth category, okay, to earn a yield, but the fourth category, that referral yield is 7.5% of the transaction fees that occur in that wallet that you referred forever, every single month, whether it's an individual, company, an organization. Okay, so that's the significance. I'm pretty excited. You can tell I'm fired up. I just love this whole system. So on your Kinesis dashboard, it'll show you how many referrals. Now, this is very important as well, because a lot of people said, hey, I referred like 10, but only 2 are showing up. Okay, no, you referred 10. You're okay. But until those other 8 go through the training, okay, we just don't want people coming in and signing up. We want them to go through those 11 video series trainings, to take someone literally by the hand and step them through these 11 videos that will really show them, about what is money, what is gold, what is a KVT, how does it work, how do the yields work, and it answers all their questions. And guess what? The videos are only 2 to 3 minutes long. They're 2 to 3 minutes, but there's a quiz, and they have to answer the quiz 3 or 4 questions properly in order to advance. Okay, if they don't answer so once you've completed those 11 videos and answered the questions, now we know you pretty well know what you're talking about, right? So you're kind of certified. That's when on your dashboard, another referral will come up. Okay, I hope that makes sense, to qualify you to earn a KVT or up to 10 KVTs. Okay, that's what the first 500 basically. And next week, we're going to announce a cutoff date for the first 500. But on that cutoff date, the top 500 people who referred others, friends, families, the top 500 will receive at least 1 KVT, but the top 25 and the top 15 and the top 5 and the top 1 they're going to earn more. I think the number 1 person who refers the most by the cutoff date is going to win 10 KVTs. And if you do a little bit of math, 10 KVTs and stretch it out over a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years. Do the math on that one, all right? And you won't be sleeping, all right? So So on the Kinesis dashboard, if you're wondering how come I've referred 10, but it's only showing 2, what that's telling you is that 2 of your referrals actually went through the training. 2 of your referrals actually signed up for the 500 and went through. So make sure on the front page of your my.replicating site, at the top, you'll see create an account. All they've got to do once they have their KMS or their wallet hooked up, they just got to go back there, use the same email address, and it'll recognize who they are. All right. The other thing is, no matter who you are, I know some of you on this call are struggling financially. No problem. All right. As a matter of fact, a lot of people, like in Indonesia and other parts of the world, they don't even qualify for a bank account. Talk about struggling, but they're going to be coming onto the system. All right. And they're going to be able to transact, for some of them, for the first time, right? They've all got smartphones, and so they'll be able to save a lot of time and a lot of money in even sending money back home and so on and so forth. So, but buy a gram of gold, a minimum of a gram of gold, right? To get into the system. There's no limits on how much gold you can purchase through the system. But if you haven't yet made a purchase, just make a decision that you're going to buy a gram. I think now a gram is about, and it's an awesome $47, $48 US dollars for 1 gram. All right. So you can multiply, if you want 10, you can multiply that by 10 or 20 or 100 or 200 or 500, whatever the number is. The majority of the people all over the world have never even bought a gram of gold, never bought a gram or an ounce of silver. And so that's the minimum, is 1 gram to purchase, but there's no monthly obligation. There's no qualifications, none of that stuff. You don't have to load your garage with anything. It's very, very simple. And so, and remember, the last thing before we get into the top 5 referrals, I'm going to give you the ID numbers of the top 5 referrals here. I'm pretty excited about this. But just before that, if you haven't already done so, I would recommend strongly consider looking into the KVTs and get yourself one if you are eligible. Okay, so if you are eligible, get a KVT. That would be awesome. Now, where are we now? I want to talk to you about the top. Now, if you know your ID number, if you know your KM ID number, so if you've opened up a wallet, you're going to have a KM ID number. And in 5th place this week, in 5th place is, I'll give you the last 4, well, it's 1346, 1346, all of them except for the top. Well, okay, 1346, okay, the number in 5th place, last 4 digits are 3208. Congratulations, you're number 5. Stay there or get even higher before the cutoff date, and you're in for some KVTs as a bonus. Thank you very much. Then in number 4 place, not too far behind, not too far ahead though, so be careful. Number 4 is 1346, and the last 4 digits are 6154. 6154. Congratulations, you're in position number 4, pole position number 4, as we start off this first week here. And position number 3 is 1345 7742. That's 1345 7742. Just a little bit ahead of number 3, but still ahead of number 3. And number 2 position, the runner-up number 2 position, this is awesome. Just a little bit ahead of number 3 is ID number 1346 3672. That's 3672. You're in number 2 spot there on the leaderboard. Congratulations. And finally, the number 1 spot, and congratulations to number 1. Keep that spot. You'll earn. You don't win. I guess you earn because you are recognized as the number 1 refer. Is ID number 3459722. Okay, 3459722. You are number 1 for the week. I'm excited. I'm fired up. Congratulations. Next week, we'll have a whole new set of numbers for who are the top 5 referrers. So hope that makes sense. Now, what you've all been waiting for, I think I've rambled on long enough, give you enough information. By the way, if you have any questions, go ahead and submit them in the Q&A. There should be a little Q&A thing. And again, we'll be looking at those questions and answering perhaps the top 5 right after we hear from our awesome, amazing, world-class guest speaker. It's my privilege. It's my privilege and pleasure, obviously, to introduce you to Andrew Maguire. He's an independent London metals trader and a professional analyst. He's an internationally renowned, not only for his unique ability to read the precious metals market, but also for 40 years of trading experience in the financial and commodities market. This is absolutely incredible. Andrew provides expert analysis of the global precious markets, and he also offers consultancy services to traders, investors, and many of the largest global institutions in the world. All right. In 2009, Andrew provided evidence to the United States regulator called the Commodities Future Trading Commission, the CFTC. And it was relating to fraud and price manipulation in the international gold and silver markets. He's got an incredible story behind that as well. But he's an advisor and a director of Kinesis, all right? And I'm proud to have the privilege to call Andrew and his wife, Debbie, of course, my friend. So with that, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Andrew Maguire. Take it away. Andrew?
Thank you, Shane. My goodness
me. Welcome to the call.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm just waiting for my video to connect. Can you see this yet? Or
let me just see.
It should be coming in.
You're there. I see you, man.
Okay. Right.
You're looking good.
Well, not bad for 67.
Wow.
I think it's gold that does it. But look, a quick comment. Shane, he's been a long time. I want people to know this, and I'm very proud to say it. Shane has been a long time gold and silver investor, a customer, a friend, and likely one of the smartest people you could ever actually wish to meet. And Shane has enriched the lives of literally millions of people. And it really is an honor to work alongside him as he brings this amazing Kinesis monetary system to millions of you. And, it's been an institutional story. We've been on the institutional side of it. This is, to me, Shane has that unique talent. He has the ability to explain things, which I would find very difficult to explain. But just as a tiny bit of background, I don't want to be taking the limelight here. I mean, I've basically been in the institutional gold space for well over 40 years. Yeah, right through Nixon. But most people know me from radio and TV interviews. My work as that whistleblower, as Shane has just said, and that was providing evidence to the UK Parliament as well recently, and the DOJ against some very, very bad actors colluding to rig prices in the gold and silver markets. Now, rather than taking valuable time away from discussing this groundbreaking Kinesis story, now if you just go on to the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation documentary titled The Secret World of Gold, this is available on the History Channel. It's also available on YouTube. It gives you a good background of why gold is so important, but also to my work as a whistleblower from 2009 through till now. But it's taken a decade for the regulators to act, but I'm pleased to see that charges are now finally being laid against some of these bad banks using the evidence I provided. Now, we're talking about banks in your high street too. So it really, really is an amazing story. But on to the Kinesis story. And the reason I am so excited about it, and the reason I mentioned the little bit of history is because within a month of walking out of the Department of Justice, the DOJ, in July 2011, who did I meet? But the creator of the allocated bullion exchange, Mr. Thomas Coughlin. Now, meeting Tom was actually a eureka moment for me as a trader and as a dealer. Tom had conceived a solution that would provide a fair and honest institutional-grade physical trading platform that would ultimately force discipline on the bad actors operating in the paper gold exchanges, which really have until now, and now are still in that way, evolved to little more than insider house-run casino operations, mostly with high-frequency algorithms these days, but nevertheless, some very, very bad actors involved. Now, over the last 8 years, ABX has earned an unblemished record. Now, this is important, and it's earned the respect of the largest physical traders and exchanges globally as the world's leading electronic institutional exchange for allocated physical precious metals. Nothing to do with paper gold here, physical precious metals. Now, as a result, ABX has also entered into partnerships and collaborations with global governments, and I think Shane illustrated one or two of those just now, but ABX shortly integrates with Deutsche Börse, government postal systems, Sharia organizations, and many, many others. In fact, really, I would encourage people to get on the ABX website, or even the Kinesis website for that matter, because Kinesis tends to update some of the activities that ABX, the important activities that ABX is progressing with. And the reason I mention ABX in the first place is because the Kinesis monetary system that we're looking at today was born from ABX, and it is run by exactly the same team. So you can have a great deal of confidence. This is not a startup. It basically, although Kinesis was only launched fairly recently, it isn't a startup at all. I think you can see that. So that's why I'm so very, very excited about this whole Kinesis evolution. Now, the Kinesis physical metal holdings are underpin this Kinesis monetary system auditably backs up the digital gold that you will be holding when you spend, send, or mint, and it will be securely stored, insured, fully, and independently inspected inside the ABX, the trusted ABX secure quality insured environment, and always titled in your name. I think this is so important to understand because so many people are confused about what is gold. Is it the real thing? Is it this that nature, that the universe created, real physical gold as dug out of the ground like this nugget, or is it paper gold? Well, of course it's not paper gold. And that was the whole reason I was so excited to meet Tom all those years ago. Now, the Kinesis physical metal holdings underpinning the Kinesis monetary system, as I say, is the most important part. Kinesis simply digitizes your allocated gold and silver and puts it on the trustless blockchain rails, which ensures the currency is at all times fully titled to you, the holder, so that it can be safely spent, sent, saved, or any way you want to use this. And it is an efficient way of generating all participants a proportionate share of the yields generated. Now, Shane will go through how all of these yields go. So don't worry about trying to understand it right away. I mean, these yields, on the face of it, look fairly complicated. Actually, they're very simple. But let me just tell you, what you are about to learn from Shane is groundbreaking and historic. Now, in simple terms, Kinesis is a revolutionary new monetary system. Yes, a monetary system designed to overcome the severe price volatility, which has really made cryptocurrencies unappealing to use as a tender for mainstream users. Now, Kinesis provides the ultimate stable coin, a currency which is fully backed by physical gold and silver. I cannot say that enough because that is the most common question I get. And yes, there are probably some 60-odd gold-based coins out there. Some of them are backed by gold, which of course Kinesis is. However, other than Kinesis, none, and I mean zero, none of these gold-based coins defeats the law of money, Gresham's law. Now, Shane will look deeper at Gresham's law over the webinar series and how the Kinesis monetary system defeats Gresham's law. From my perspective, the Kinesis monetary system is the game changer that we've all been waiting for. I sit on the advisory board, I'm a director, I'm proud to be associated with it. In a nutshell, Kinesis is one-to-one gold and silver a backed currency that circumvents a broken banking system. And I don't just see Kinesis as providing a store of value and a medium of exchange solution. It's going to allow the remonetizing of physical gold and silver. Now, that is very important. As I say, I held up a gold nugget a little minute ago. That is as dug out of the ground, unadulterated by human beings, unadulterated, not diluted. And yet, when we hold up currency, when we hold up what we see as paper money, whether it's rupiah, whether it's euros, whether it's dollars, pounds, euros, Swiss francs, they're all backed by nothing. And yet, Kinesis has found a way to actually defeat Gresham's law with physical gold. I'll leave it at that for you, Shane.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Hey, Andrew, I thought I was excited, but now you got me all fired up. Thank you so much for joining us. And I just want to ask you a quick question before you leave here. I know you've got your schedule is awesome and loaded, but will you promise maybe sometime in the future to come back and visit with us with more updates? And
how can we refuse? My goodness, Shane, you're a powerhouse. And I think ever since since I came across Tom in 2011, I think progressively, I think we simply need oxygen, because it is so exciting. Sleep is absolutely not on the agenda anymore. This is fantastic. This is evolving into something so large and so huge. And thank you, Shane, for bringing it to everybody.
Thank you so much, Andrew, for taking your time to visit with us today. I know everyone was fired up. I got a lot of calls today saying, is he really going to be on the call? I said, yeah, Andrew's coming. So thank you so much and have a great evening. Just before we get on to the Q&A, I just want to remind everyone that if you're on this call and you don't have a referral link, just know that there's a two-step process involved. It's not a one-step process. It's a two-step process. You first go in and set up your wallet and the exchange. And the next step is you want to go back to the my.kinesis site and click on create an account to the 500. That way you'll have access to the learning series. There's 11 videos in there. You'll have a dashboard. You can keep track of your referrals. You'll have a referral link in there. Make sure you make an initial deposit of 1 gram of gold if you haven't already done so, minimum of 1 gram, just to get in the game. So even if you've never bought gold, if you've never even thought of buying gold, get a gram just so that you can get in the game there. And now for non-USA residents, I highly recommend you purchase 1 KVT. If you are a USA registered resident, if you live in the US, you've got to be accredited. And if you don't know what accredited is, it means you're not accredited. Okay, so invite people that you know, invite companies, invite government organizations, invite people that hold or send or spend money at least occasionally. Send them to watch the video on your personal link. Okay, so you'll have a personal my.kinesis.money and an ID number, which is yours. Send that link to people you know. You can do it in the back office. You just have to insert the person's email, or you can send it out on Facebook or social media. However you connect with your friends is fine. And what else can I tell you here? Let's go to the Q&A right now. So we're done the webinar for this week. Every week we're going to bring you up to date. So you're not going to get everything on the first call, but we'll keep bringing you up to date every single week. We'll give you more information, more news, more exciting news on a weekly basis. We think that's cool. And so the next step right now, I think we're going to go, for those that can stick around and you want to listen to some of the questions that are coming in, I'll do my best to answer them. And I know there's a lot of questions that people have, but we will get to all of the answers. So don't worry. We'll have them posted or send them out, but we'll take a couple here. It says, I don't have a website, a blog, or a funnel. Any advice? You don't need one. Okay, there is no website required, blog or funnel. There's none of that required. What you need is you need to create an account. Okay, so someone invited you here, right? So someone's going to give you a personal link. Once you have that link, go ahead and create your account, and your website will be created automatically. Okay, and you'll have a link. And when you send that link out, you'll have access to that 10-minute movie, which kind of tells the the story in 10 minutes. Okay, it's as fast as we can get it done. 10 minutes will tell your prospects the story enough to say, hey, I want to set up a free account. And so thank you, Edward Goodall, for that question about blog. You don't need blogs. You don't need funnels. This is not like that. You need a link. You need a link, and it's going to start, again, your referral link is going to start with Kinesis.money, my.kinesis.money, and it's going to have a KM code at the end. That's how you know that's your link. Now, if you already have a KMS Kinesis.money account, so if you've got a link because you set up a wallet, it sends you back, here's your KMS. Just change the KMS for MY, and there's your promotional link. Okay, hope that makes sense. Next question says, if the referrals watched the 11 videos and answered all the questions, great question, Adam. Nowicki, I hope I pronounced that right, but Adam, it says that if the referrals watched the 11 videos and answered all questions correctly, and I still can't see them on my dashboard, they also have an account opened on KMS. Yeah, if they've watched the videos, okay, the system will update and that lead will come out as a referral. So that's the qualifier. Now, it's not maybe updated in real time, so I'm sure this is going to be updated either on a weekly basis or whatnot. So hope that makes sense, Edward. But yes, if they have watched the video, encourage them to purchase 1 gram of gold. Okay, minimum of 1 gram of gold. It's $47 or $50. Okay, between 47. Now they're in they're really holding real money when they're holding gold. That's my own opinion. Leonard is asking, did I hear correctly? Indonesian announcement end of November. Leonard, what a great question. The answer is yes, yes, yes. The Indonesian announcement is going live at the end of November. This is huge, okay? This is a huge, world-class, massive historical announcement, and that's just the first, okay? That's the first major government organization that is on board with Kinesis. There are many, 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 many others, and every week we'll bring you up to date on new opportunities and so on. There's just too many because we'd be on the call here for 2 hours. But yes, Leonard, the answer is you heard that correctly. And so now, Mark is asking if I only refer 2 people in the first 500 who have qualified with the terms, am I in the top 500? No. Okay, again, Mark, thank you so much. To qualify for the first 500, meaning that you're going to receive a KVT, the minimum. Okay, this is very important. Thank you so much, Mark, for asking this question. The minimum that you can refer is 10. So the first 500 that referred 10 who have gone through the videos, okay, have answered the questions and purchased minimum of 1 gram of gold, 10 that do that, and now you are in the top 500. And then next week we're going to announce the date of when we're going to cut this down. We're going to stop the 500. We're still always going to recognize the top 500, but we're going to cut it off so that those that are in the top 500 all receive a minimum of 1 KVT. And again, the top producers are going to receive more. Hope that makes sense. And thank you, Mark, for that question, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you are asking that same question. But you see how simple it is now that you know the answer. Now you can start telling your friends who tell their friends and so on. And when people ask you, what role is GRN in Kinesis success? What role? I think GRN is basically a referral. Okay, the GRN organization is referring people. This is my understanding. I don't know much about it, but there are many, many, many organizations onboarding now because they see the potential of actually being able to pay their affiliates, their distributors, their employees in physical, real gold and silver. And so as far as I know, they are referring. So that organization is referring. So here's another point I want to make, and that was a question by, I'm sorry, there's so many questions coming in here, but you know who you are. But whoever asked that GRN question, Many organizations are entering. Now, here's the thing. If you are involved in a company that you're involved with, whatever it is, or you have a job, we're not asking you to quit your job or to quit your company to come to Kinesis. It's almost like saying, although we're not a bank, it's almost like saying, hey, open up a bank account and quit your job. That's ridiculous, right? And so this is just a place that when you're earning income through your businesses, when you're earning income through your job or through different ways and different funnels that you're earning income, that you have a place that you can put some money into that is gold, right? That is and people ask me, well, is gold going to go up or down? That's a question for Andrew. I don't know if gold is going to go up or down, but I know one thing: it's never going to go to zero. It could go up, it could go down, but it's not going to go to zero. And that's what I love about gold as well. It's been around for 5,000 years. And let's do one more question and wrap it up for this week and prepare for next week's call. We're going to bring you more and more information. But Barry says, I have a wallet with another organization. How can I transfer the KVTs to the new Kinesis wallet? I'm sorry, I can't help you on that question because I don't know the particulars. But a wallet, meaning a KMS wallet, there's only one wallet. Okay, you can only have one. There's no reason why you'd have two wallets, because that wallet is also hooked up to the exchange. Okay, the wallet is also secure, right? That wallet is you want to guard that with everything, right? Very, very, very secure. So there's zero reason why someone would have two wallets. So once you have a wallet, you don't need another wallet. There's no need to move things around and do that, because one account, one wallet, one person. That you KYC means eventually you're going to prove that you are who you say you are. So there's no games. It's all legitimate. It's above board. KYC means know your customer. And so Kinesis is going to know that you're a real person. You're not just, a person's dog or cat, trying to make money. I don't know. So with that, currently, okay. You're saying you have a wallet with another organ. Yeah, that's not a problem. You can connect with customer support on that particular question, and they're awesome. I mean, you can go on even in chat in real time with that question. It's a little more technical, but it can be done. If you're talking about another wallet, meaning a MetaMask wallet that you're holding KVTs in and you want to move it over to the Kinesis system, they'll cheerfully show you how to do that. Not a problem. So with that, everyone, it's been awesome. Thank you, Barry. I hope that makes sense. I just thought you were wanting to set up two wallets with Kinesis, not necessary. So I want to thank everyone for taking your time, your valuable time. I hope this has been valuable for you. We're not going to, on any particular call, be able to get into the entire Kinesis monetary system. It is a monetary system, but really the purpose of the call is every week just to bring you a little bit more up to date. This presentation and this webinar will be in your dashboard, so you could revisit it and watch it over and over and over again. And also new people coming in and people that you're referring, when they open up their dashboard, they'll be able to see this first webinar as well, and subsequent webinars, so they can bring their knowledge up to date. It is going to be a long, awesome future. We're talking, imagine this is, in my opinion, this is month one. Imagine what Kinesis is going to look like in year 10. All right. Are you with me? You take your X amount of dollars, whatever it is, and you keep it in a safe. And I'm going to take the same X amount of dollars and I'm going to move it into Kinesis real physical gold, real physical silver. And let's revisit in 10 years from now with all the yields, with the referral yields, with the holders yields, with the minting yields, with the yields for sending and spending and even selling. The digital currencies and the yields for the KVTs, and let's get back together in 10 years and let's compare piles. So with that, everyone, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing. Keep your questions coming. We'll do our best to answer every single question, and have a great one. And we will see you all at the top. Bye for now. Have a fantastic week ahead. Bye for now. Take care.
Said goodbye.